Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and I just saw a video from Dee Slater on making a gorgeous little coffee filter banner. Thanks to my friend Lorraine for giving me the heads up. And it's super simple. You just need coffee filters, some kind of a cookie sheet or pan to bake them. And I'm lining mine with aluminum foil just to be on the safe side. And then like a re-inker, any kind of re-inker. Dee used Stampin' Up. I'm using, she actually used coffee for her kind of to distress or age the white ones. And I'm just going to use a walnut stain re-inker. And then she used Stampin' Up re-inkers. I'm just using the color wash from Adirondack. And then just some kind of pans to put your filters in to soak, and some water. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm first going to do the walnut stain, and these are just like baker's square pans that I'm not worried about anything getting ruined. So I would maybe suggest that just in case. So you just want to fill it with some water. And I don't want too much of color in here, so I'm just going to add a little bit now. And it's just kind of a real testing process. That looks like it might be a lot, and it kind of looks green. So we'll see what some filters look like in that. I'm just going to take a chunk of filters, kind of flatten them out a little bit, and stick them in. Yeah, this looks really green. Weird. So who knew walnut stain was so green? Well, we'll just see what that is. I'm going to just squeeze it out too. Weird. It's kind of a blue-green. Alright, so we'll try some reds. Because it's supposed to be like a little Valentine's banner. So I want kind of a light pink and a dark pink, and then supposedly some coffee stained colors. But I'm not real happy with that. Walnut stain is really ugly. So I might go to plan B on that. See what this does. I think she did about 100 filters and made a really nice long banner with it. So that's a nice pink. And it seems to soak through pretty well. So you're going to get a variation, but I think that's good. I'm going to get rid of this ugly, weird blue. And then do some more. I might just do a different thing on my, for the white or the coffee stained one. I might just do coffee stain, or see if I've got a brown re-inker that'll help. I think I'm going to put more red in. A little more water. And then once we get this done, then we put it in the oven to let it dry out. Go do another chunk of those. Oops. And I put paper down just in case I mess in there. I did. Okay, I think a little. I could do a little pinker, more like pale pink. I'm just gonna add a lot of water. There. Alright, so I'm going to clean this mess up and find something to do. I might just end up doing coffee because that walnut stain is gross. But I'll be back. Okay, now we're on to plan B for the kind of coffee distress looking one. So I put some tea bags in, hot water, and I'm just going to squeeze them. I don't want too much dye, but I do want some. So I'm going to do this in kind of variation too. And then I'm going to do as many of these colors as I did of the pinks, which is 2 chunks of filters. You know, like they come chunked together like that. And this I just used really hot tap water. Our tap water gets pretty hot, so I didn't have to really boil it. It almost gets to be the boiling point. But yeah, I didn't like this. Like it's really green here, but then it's kind of, it's like blue. So that's weird. But yet, this is what the ink will look like. It's bizarre. I'm sure there's a reason for it, and I don't know and don't really care at this point. Okay. Alright, so once we do this, we're just going to throw them in the oven. And Dee separated them all, but I'm going to just try it baking as is. I wonder if I might burn them, but I don't know, I'll just see. I like the path of least resistance. Or the path of least work, as it were. Or I should say the path of least putziness. Because I don't mind the work, I just don't like the putzy part of things. There. Alright. Okay, so here's the first batch that'll be going in. And I did separate them into like 3 or 4, I suppose that is. I think that's probably enough. Alrighty, so I'm doing about 3 or 4 at a time. and just kind of putting them on the cookie sheet like that. And I've got the temperature at 325, and it's only taking 10 minutes for them to get completely dried out. So I'm almost done. Okay, so I am stringing them all together, and like Dee Slater, I'm just using some twine. I really like the look of it, and I'm using my knitting sewing needle, and it works really well. It has more of a point than what you can find for like tapestry or upholstery needles. And this brand is Shabby, and this little thing you get 2, and I don't remember how much it was. I bought it probably 10 years ago when I was knitting more. So anyways, it's super easy. I take about 4 at a time. I'm doing 24 of each color. And you kind of just find the center, push it through. There. And she suggested keeping it on the bolt, and I'm doing the same because that's a good idea. That way, because when you get all this done, then you want to crumble up each coffee sleeve. Okay. So it's super easy. This took me about maybe 20 minutes. Not much time to at least string them on, that is. We'll see how long it takes to rumple them all up. Shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so I will be back. Okay, so I did 24 of each color. I don't know what I just said, but I did 24 of each color, and I would sew them on about 3 or 4 at a time, maybe 4. But I think it'd be really cool. This reminds me of those bottle cap dolls they used to make, folk art in the 50s, 60s, or 40s. Whenever it was, I don't even know. But wouldn't it be cool to make a big balloon clown, and then these are their arms and legs? Oh, I think it would be so cool. So anyways, I'm going to start rumpling them, and I'll be back. So I am crumbling them up. That's all you got to do. Just one by one, crumble them up, and pull them to the end. You want to tie a big knot in the end so that they don't just go flying off. And I'll show you how I tied it after. I tied like a loop so you can hang it. This is a good freezing cold day to do this kind of a thing, because they ain't going out today.